My name is Chris Palmer. Currently work in Brooklyn. I'm 38 years old.
My name is Desiree Caserta. I am 43 years old.
My name is Lisa Wiley. I am 57 years old.
I'm Joseph Volpe. I'm 23 years old. I live around the Midland area.
My name is Justin Leon. I'm 23 and I live in Midland Beach.
My name is Robert Oldham. I live in Westerly. I'm 74 years old.
I live in Staten Island.
I currently live in Staten Island.
I live in Staten Island.
I've had a lot of people that I've met throughout the course of my life. I'll see them in some random place and they'll say, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from New York." "Oh, okay. What part of New York are you from?" "I'm from Staten Island." "What's Staten Island?" "You never heard of Staten Island?" "No, I know Brooklyn, I know Queens, I know Manhattan, I know the Bronx."
I feel like a lot of people say like Staten Island's the forgotten about borough all the time.
Honestly, when it comes to Staten Island, you could break it down between North Shore, South Shore, even West Shore, Mid-Island, things like that. And Staten Island, honestly, also comes down to community as well, or even like your section of Staten Island.
I think of the North Shore near the ferry, cut the island in half, like around like Miller Field around, is where north would be North Shore, south would be South Shore.
I would say North Shore is more connected to the rest of the city than anybody else, as in we're closer to Brooklyn and Queens or right near the Verrazano Bridge.
I would say that North Shore is a little more crowded than the South Shore is. South Shore is a bit more spread out. There's more trees involved.
I grew up in Mariners Harbor, North Shore. My family's been on Staten Island since my grandparents came to New York City in 1923. The wildlife refuge where we would go hunting. There are so many places on Staten Island where there is very little land left that is undeveloped.
The neighbors used to congregate more. They'd be talking outside. They would sit outside more. I don't see that much in the last 15 years.
I'm from a different generation, the mid-'80s, early 90s. There were honestly more options as far as Staten Island, the more expansive movie theaters. They're building more movie theaters now, but there was a good lag between 10, 15 years. I do not go to Staten Island Mall anymore. I think the mall kind of really went downhill after they did the remodel, and now looks pretty much like a Jersey mall now. It's kind of off-putting to the mall that I grew up with.
It's convenient. It's all I know. I'm very much so a creature of habit. There's a lot more people here now, businesses, a lot more houses. Houses are on top of each other. Where I grew up, there was a big field, and now there's a bunch of townhouses. It used to be more so suburban in a sense.
I love my home. We have everything one could possibly need or want right here.
It all depends on what you're looking for. If you need a performing theater, we have the St. George Theater. While the Staten Island Yankees may have went away, we still have the new Staten Island team that took over the ball field.
I love going to the beach. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's dirty," or this or that. I've been going to the beach since I was a kid.
Staten Island is very different from the rest of the city because Staten Island is very clannish. People will want to know who your family is and who you associate with, and they will judge you based on that.
Everyone honestly knows everyone on this island, but it still kind of brings back the fact that it's like one big family. Sometimes certain neighborhoods will do fundraisers or block parties or something to help sort of the future generations of kids that live on the island. I honestly still prefer to grow up in this borough besides the other ones.
When it comes down to it, I honestly just think that Staten Island gets that label because people don't cross that bridge ever so often.